Good Lord, every month with this, said a low female voice from inside the door. We just have to deal with it. It's our job, said a stringy female one. I know, but can she, not be sick so we don't have to do this, said the low voice. Stop itching. One of us has got to go in there and get to that medicine, said an accented voice. Well, why not you, Mary, said a stern male voice. Are you kidding? I did it last time, said the accented one. And I got the medicine, said an elderly woman's voice. And I'm not going in there. She bit me last time, said the low one. No, she didn't, liar. She just screamed at you and you freaked out, said the stringy female. Screw it, let's just draw straws. Terra listened to this conversation from her room. The words were painfully clear, even though her whole body was numb. In fact, probably because she was numb. She took in a deep breath as she lay down, sweating and shivering from her fever. God damn it, said the lower woman, apparently lost the straw draw. The pain was unbearable. She took in sharp breaths just to even get the oxygen she needed. Her fingers felt numb already, but at least the dizziness was going away. She felt the bed she was laying in now was completely drenched with their sweat. Her eyes opened and she saw one of the caretakers injecting her with something. She also felt a wet towel on her head. There, you're conscious. Are you okay? The woman asked. Terra gave a weak nod. Can you eat? Terra once again nodded. All right, I brought you your usual. She gently set a tray of meat in front of Terra, so where the blood was still in the pores. Terra smiled and pulled herself up so her back was leaning against the bed, taking the towel off. She was fine now with her medication. With a smile, she took a bite out of it, loving the taste. It was so juicy. She looked at the clock. 8:42. She'd only been out 4 hours. Not all that bad. She finally finished most of her food and set it on the side, changing the sheets. She was uncomfortable bathing in her own sweat. Once the sheets were changed, she moved back into bed and put the tray back over herself. As she finished her food, she heard the door open. The little girl from earlier came in, all the blocks in her hand from before. Hey, Terra, the blocks, thought you might like them. Terra smiled. Thank you, Pearl. You should spend the night with me. You'd have fun. Okay, what do you usually do? I watch movies. I wanted to watch Evil Dead tonight, but maybe we can just watch Vertigo. Why don't you ever talk to anyone? Pearl suddenly asked. Terra thought long and hard about it. I wait for them to talk to me, she said. That doesn't make any sense, Pearl reprimanded. Terra didn't answer. She took a sip of the tea that they had given her. Rare meat and tea was all she liked to eat and drink. She pushed the tray off of her bed and got up, stumbling to the TV and flickering it on with the remote. She grabbed one of the DVDs, Vertigo, and opened up the disc drive, set the disc in, and stumbled back. DVD players were cheap nowadays, or at least cheap enough that she was able to get one for Christmas because it was the only thing she asked for. Along with, of course, the movies. She stumbled back to her friend and lay down in the bed. Why did you get sick? Pearl asked. I was born that way. I don't understand it, so don't ask me. I couldn't answer. Okay. Terra tapped the bed for Pearl to get in. She obeyed, laying down beside her. Terra pulled the covers up over herself as she leaned back once again, her back against the bed, so that she could get a better view of the screen. As the two friends watched the movie, Pearl became tired and let it a little yawn, which Terra watched and smiled at. She pulled the blankets up over her friend after, even before the movie could finish, Pearl had somehow drifted into sleep. It was in this state that Terra got her first real look at the girl. Bright, bubblegum pink hair that was obviously dyed, and gentle blue eyes, smooth, fragile skin, and an elegant curve to her back. She was beautiful. Terra didn't know it, but she was blushing. Pearl was her friend, her only friend. She reached her hand around her, and Pearl responded by giving a little shiver. But only for a moment, and she calmed down and then leaned back into Terra's arms. For the first time, the intense pain that burned within Terra's chest from her illness was gone. When the movie ended, instead of putting in a new one like she usually did, she picked up the blocks her new friend had bought for her, arranging the blocks to spell 4-N-E-K-8, as she had seen before. She spent the whole night attempting to rearrange the letters and numbers to make a word she knew. All she was able to come up with was Ken 48. Before, at 1:45, she just gave up. She pulled out her sketchbook and began to draw. Usually, the images here were either nonsensical, violent, or a combination of the two. However, this night, she drew herself and her best friend.